Hey, how's it going? Rant and Chill, Mr. Deadman here. We're going to talk about some stuff here. The man behind Milwaukee's Drag Queen Hour exposed. Who could have seen that coming? Who could have, right? None of us. None of us could have seen any sort of issues or problems with that. No. What's so wrong about a trans woman reading books to kids? What's so wrong with that, right? What's the issue there? Okay. Also going to talk about some George Soros stuff. Also going to talk about Myanmar. I know I mispronounced that. It probably sound like a cat. Myanmar. I don't know. I'm not going to do that again. But they froze the assets. The military froze the assets of, or froze a bank, I should say. The bank connected to the Open Society Foundation. George Soros' little nonprofit organization there. It's funny because that's a very sinister nonprofit that has, I guess, chapters all over the world to push very woke, very progressive stuff in countries that may not even want it, which is the same reason why the Open Society Foundation has been banned in many countries, Russia included, because they don't want that woke shit there. No, you pack up your bags, you're fucking leaving. And they're a communist shithole too, okay? But you know, they're not taking that woke progressive shit. They're not opening their fucking borders. They aren't doing that. You're not gonna be complaining about police brutality over there in fucking Russia. They don't have a fucking chapter in China. If they do, I don't know anything about it. If they do, it's probably just for the image, just for the optics. But I would be fucking surprised if they are allowed to do anything there. I know they had a chapter in Hungary that was kicked out. Hey, what's going on? Rant and kill, man. Rant and kill? That's right. Rant and kill dead man. Is that you want to kill me? Well, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for that. But they took George's money. Well, he has a lot of money to take. He has a lot of money to go around. You see, that's the other thing too. This you know what? Before we get into the George Soros stuff, let's first get into the man that was exposed. Here we go. Like I said, who could have seen this coming? Oh no, they're reading. The drag queens are reading books to kids. They're brainwashing our kids. Look at that child. Why is the mom forcing that child to wear that rainbow, that gross outfit? Disgusting. And remember, we had an issue with this. A lot of us sane individuals had an issue with this being like, hey, there's something fucked up here when you have a drag queens reading Dr. Seuss or actually reading the ABCs of gay, the gay ABCs to these kids. There's something really troubling with this. They're brainwashing the kids, and these drag queens are probably pedophiles, and we were all called transphobe for that, right? Transphobic for that. You know, if it's transphobic to want to protect the kids from fucking pedophiles, then sign me up, throw me in the fucking gulag, start to re-educate my ass, because that shit isn't happening. I'm not going to let that fucking shit slide. You know what? If you want to be trans, let me say this very carefully. You could be trans, my opinion of it. I don't want you in a school around kids. How about that? You have a problem with that? Okay. Then we'll have to agree to disagree. There. I don't want you around kids. Hey, if you would be trans, but you also be on a list of people that should not be around kids. How about that? Because you got people like this, that are very trans, very drag queen, and they use that to get around the kids. Oh, I could be around the kids. I could teach the kids woke stuff, but I could also get my easy pickings. Look at this. Oh.
Bruh.
Just like that. Let's back up. Oh my God. Who could have seen this? Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge charged possession of child pornography. Who could have seen that coming? Who could have seen that coming? Tell you, Ben. We were right to be concerned. We were right to be worried about the drag queen story hour. We were all called transphobic and problematic individuals, smeared or whatever. Be like, oh, you care about the kids, but whatever. You don't care about kids, you know? Shit. We do care about kids. We're the ones that don't want kids to be aborted. We're the ones who don't want babies to be aborted. We want the babies to be born, okay? We want the babies to be born. Oh, but you don't care about life. You want to execute motherfuckers. You mean criminals? You mean people who commit murder and rape? Do we want to execute them? Fucking A, I do. And it could be fucking cheaper. The fact that it's the government doing it is making what's so fucking expensive. Shit, you leave that to the people. The cost of a bullet is all it takes. Anyway. Oh, God. We are the side. The conservatives are the side that are for life. The side that wants to protect the kids. Shit. But then again, you got to watch out for imposters in that. Okay? You got to watch out for imposters within your party. You got to get them out. You got to kick them out. You know, I said this before. I try to tone down my rhetoric because of the optics. Because of that the 6th day in January. But you know why I did that. I did that to protect myself here. But y'all know how I feel about that. I can't say it. Fuck it. Just reset it. Just sometimes it's like, you know, you go too far. You just got to treat. You just got to treat the government as a modem. Just reset the whole fucking thing. But that's. We were right. Getting back to this, we were right about this. We were right to be worried about this. And here we go. Here we go. Once again, another example. Wow. How many examples of this? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Boogie 1488. Good to see you. Did someone mention gulags and camps? That's right. You know, we could send the drag queens to camps, the re-education camps. How about we do that? You know, they want to do FEMA re-education camps for MAGA supporters. How about we get FEMA re-education camps for drag queens and trans people that see there's nothing wrong with fucking kids. Okay. See, here's the problem with, like, progressive lifestyles. If you want to be in a gay relationship, okay, here's the thing. It's going to bring many questions. Okay, you're open to being gay. You're open to being butt fucked. You're open to eating carpet, whatever. Are you? What are your thoughts and opinions on children when it comes to children's sexuality? Like, how do you feel about that? You're supposed to say, "Oh, that's a slippery slope. That concern is a slippery slope," but it isn't just a slippery slope. It is a literal progression. It's a literal progression of what comes next. It's a literal progression of what comes next. We said it before in the past. You make gay marriage legal, then they're going to be coming for the kids. And it's true. It's true. There's no stopping. It's going to happen. Watch. Right now, we're going to see. What is going to happen? You think it's going to happen this year? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you think there's going to be a bigger push this year for kids to be hypersexualized? Of course! Of course there's that big push. Did you not see the fucking Grammys? We all saw the fucking... I didn't watch that shit. I ain't going to watch that shit. Hey, I said, I'm going to try to do good and not watch porn. And what I saw from the Grammy screenshots, that looked like porn to me. They're shoveling porn to the fucking kids. Watch this porn and go out there and fucking riot. That was the story of the Grammys. Hey, kids, beat off to Cardi B, a stripper that is a fucking cum dumpster, and go out there and go burn a Walgreens. You know the place that people are going to go for COVID shots? Burn that shit down because of white supremacy or some shit. Fucking A, man. Going back to George Soros, though. You know who funds some of that shit? You know, Open Society, or the Open Society Foundation, funds a lot of stuff to combat racism. And the stuff they fund are literal protests. Literal protests. You don't have to take my word for it at all. You could just take the word of the military regime that's now in control of Myanmar. Myanmar? Okay, I'm going to butcher that. Okay, that is what it is. But the military that's in control over there, they've caught Open Society Foundation funding protesters. The protesters that were against them. The protesters that were protesting on behalf of the democracy, the National Democracy League, or NDL. See, I don't know the full history of Burma, or Myanmar, or whatever, but here's what I got so far. And correct me if I'm wrong there in the chat. Feel free. So, essentially, for a while, well, at some point in the history, I think maybe 1960s, 1970, they were in a military regime. It was a socialist regime. It was a communist rule, okay? Then they had some open elections, and then the National League, or National Democracy League, they got some votes in. They got their the president or whatever in there. Long story short, though, now we're in a situation where they had another election, and the National Defense, I would say Defense League, the pro-democracy party won the election, but the military is saying, you know, that's bullshit because we have some many issues, many problems, many examples of fraud in the election. Imagine that. Imagine that. Who funded that election? Well, that pro-democracy party was very chummy with Barack Obama, very chummy with Hillary, very chummy with George Soros. Okay. The military was not. The military is more, I don't want to even, because they are a pro-communist military. So, in that story, that kind of fucked up too, in my opinion. But what I find interesting here is that they were very suspicious about Open Society Foundation's involvement in funding the protesters. And they got them. They froze the bank. They're looking at the assets. They even have a staff member of Open Society Foundation held held in prison for interrogation, for questioning. And George Soros is demanding that they be released. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to fucking do? Huh? Because if the military does have strong communist, socialist leanings, they're probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they're cool with China. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong there. But the plot starts thickening when you start looking at who their allies are, who their friends are. Anyway. I mean, it's been speculated for a long time that George Soros has been funding Antifa, has been funding Black Lives Matter. If people say, oh, that's exaggeration or that's not true, I've seen the evidence myself. We talked about it in the previous stream, where you could see that George Soros will fund organizations that are sort of chapters for Antifa. See, they are pretty smart, in that they have little cells, if you will, little cells that are under various names For the most part, they're really like, they usually have socialism in the name or anti-fascism in the name, one way or the other. But they don't outright call themselves Antifa or whatever. So there's that. I mean, you got George Soros there, proof, examples that he, one, has a mission to want to destroy America by opening the borders, promoting open borders, promoting vast amount, just flooding the country with illegal immigrants, because George Soros thinks that is a great, brilliant idea for the new world order that he wants. Sounds hyperbolic, sounds crazy, but it's not though. It's not though. We seen it last year. Was it last year? The year before that? I don't know. When the massive wave of the caravan of people coming through from Guatemala. Yeah, Mexico doesn't want them. They cross through Mexico. Mexico's like, get the fuck out of here, and they go to the U.S. But the thing about that is they had money on them. They were given money. There was videos of them passing around dollar bills, nice stacks of dollar bills. For what? From who? Ha! That stuff comes to light. It will come to light. Someone say, well, it's just speculation. All right, well, who's it coming from? It's George Soros, man. It's George Soros and other fucking billionaires. Maybe the secret cabal of billionaires that fortify the election. Those guys, the ones that have the money, the fuck you money, and the ideology, and the master plan. And a master plan. They see the fat, like people like George Soros who have a shit ton of fuck you money, and they feel like they know better than you, and they have the ability to shape your country in the way they want it. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up, and that's what's happening. You know what? And people will tell you on the left that, oh, there's nothing wrong with illegal immigration. Just let it happen. What's wrong, man? You know, people say, you silly conservatives, you silly right-leaning people, you say that illegal immigrants leads to crime, but there's studies that show that really fewer immigrants get arrested compared to the population of America. Oh, I'm sorry, you're comparing the population of these thousands of illegal immigrants to the millions of Americans? Of course it's going to look like more Americans get arrested than illegal immigrants. But what you're not looking at is from the numbers from ICE directly, is that just, was it last year alone? Last year, I think, over more than 100,000 illegal immigrants were arrested, and 90% of them had other charges on them, whether it be from driving under the influence, drug possession, murder, rape, stuff like that. You know, you have like the left say, oh, there's no problem. Just let everybody come all willy-nilly. Just flood it all. But then you get crazy stories where just, goddamn, they're arresting like illegal immigrants by the truckload, man. All right, I guess I should say by a Mexican SUV load. We're talking about like 40 or 60 at a time. Come on, man. And the reason why these people come through illegally is because they can't go through the legal means because they're not going to pass. They're not going to pass. And you can't say they're fucking refugees when they have to cross through other countries to get to our spot wearing fucking Biden shirts, brand new, freshly pressed. Where the fuck did they get that shit? They didn't walk with that. I don't see the Biden shirts with sweat stains and dirt and shit, dirt and grime. No. These are, hey, we just got them out freshly new. Thank you, Biden. Probably supplied by Biden or maybe someone else, someone in Biden's staff. I can't even say it's Biden because I don't even think Biden even knows what's going on. If it was Biden back in the 80s where he said super predators may be locked up because they're fucking black, and we talked about how black people are, I don't know, man. The way Biden talked in the 80s and the way what's going on now makes me think Biden's not the one running the show. It is not. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, man. I don't know what happened. God damn. And how about this? How about anyone who's all like pro legal immigration? How about they open a room in their house for a fucking illegal child? How about that? Oh shit, they fucking want that. The fucking lefties would want that. That policy would be like they get a child in their home they could do anything with because they're oh man. Of course, you got George Soros funding the elections for DAs that are going to be really soft on crime, which is why we have situations where we have prosecutors that just do not prosecute at all. What's that chick's name? Shit. The one in Chicago. The name escaped me right now. The Jessie Smollett. Fuck, what was her name? Some Fox, right? Yeah, she's one of them. She's fucking one of them. She's one of the many DAs. One of the many. Let's see. I have her name here somewhere. Oh, God. Kim Fox. That's right. Kim Fox. Yeah, he funded that. He funded her re-election bid. And we're talking about $2 million of funds. $2 fucking million. This motherfucker bleeds money. Where'd he get his wealth, huh? They say it's racist if you talk about George Soros' origins. Talk about how he might have helped out the Nazis. I mean, he sold his own for some Nazi gold. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's really weird. Kim Fox is one of many. I mean, there's a whole list. $2 million to fund Kim Fox. $1,400,000 to fund Aramis Isla's campaign, and that was in Orlando, Florida. We're talking about millions going to everyone. I mean, this guy's funding elections in Texas and San Antonio. I mean, George Soros is part of the reason why Texas is starting to turn blue. He's trying to infiltrate that shit, try to corrupt that shit. That's why, man. Like, if there are any conservative billionaires, any they need to start funding against us. You know, God damn it. Yeah, and let's not forget the millions. What is the figure? It's like 32 million. What is it? I think it's higher than that. Went into 32 billion of his personal fortune to fund the Open Society Foundation. Which the Open Society Foundation is like I said, it's a nonprofit. That nonprofit, it's really set to promote woke progressive stuff. When you see the protests for race issues, the protests under George Floyd, the protests for against police brutality, that's funded partly by, I think a large part by Open Society Foundations. It's not just to promote racial justice, promote open borders, promote drug legalization, to legalize all drugs. That's Open Society Foundation. That's what they want there. Okay, they want to create a new world order, essentially. Promote atheism by poisoning religion, getting it to where religions start opening up and taking things that go against their religious doctrine. Okay. just eroding it within. Oh, you could still keep your God, but just what your God means is going to be changed and redefined to the point to where it really means nothing anymore. The George Soros Open Society Foundation was kicked out of Hungary because it was promoting open borders, and they're not going to have that. They were kicked out of Russia, banned in Russia. If we were smart, we would kick it out of the States, but that ain't going to happen. They ain't going to fucking happen. You know what's funny, too? When I was looking up this information, there was a certain site I went to, and after I went to that site, boom, like my upload speed on my modem, it went to shit, like 0, and it stayed there for a while. Conspiracy? Maybe. I don't know. But that was fucking weird. I was like, holy, what the shit was that? I have to reset this thing. Let's see. There's something. Okay, that's right. I was looking at this other organization under George Soros, funded by him, called New America. Now, that sounds insidious, doesn't it? We're not trying to rebrand America at all. We're not trying to reshape America to our own will. Never mind this organization called New America, the New America Foundation, which is a think tank and civil innovation platform. Okay. They're the ones busy on gender issues, the economy. How can they restructure the economy to make it more fair and equal? See, what's probably happening here is, I mean, why is George Soros doing this? Is he evil? Or does he feel guilty about how he made his fortune? What's going on? Could be both. Does he think he's in the right? Does he think, funding Antifa, funding these protests around the world, and you could see it, man. It's all there. Like, you Google it, you'll see organizations like New America and Open Society Foundation. They see it in getting in good trouble, causing good trouble for good, causing protests for good. They don't see it as a disruption in a bad way. They see it as a process needed to uplift and start a revolution. Chomsky, fat sack. Mr. Deadman shoots Mexicans over the border out of his bedroom window. I wish they haven't come this far. The legal ones are fine. I like me some Mexican food. Hell, my wife is half Hispanic, right? So, if you're going to be here legally. That's all I say. Be here legally, man. Shit. Oh, and the New America Foundation apparently has strong ties to Google, which starts a kind of explaining things, huh? Well, we all know that Google is really left-leaning. We all know Google is really strict in its and how it shuts down speech it doesn't like. But they're associated with like these nonprofits like New America. Oh, what about Open Society Foundation? What about them? Telling you, man, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And the reason why I'm talking about this, the reason this comes to light, the reason why we can't ignore this is because, yes, the Bank for Open Society Foundation over there in Myanmar, Burma, okay, I'll just call it Burma, was frozen. It was frozen because that military noticed, wait a second, these protesters that we executed, because it was pretty bloody over there. These protesters that we executed and all the other people that are starting to uprise and all this stuff, they're getting funding from this Open Society Foundation. Let's look into that. And it'd be interesting what they find. Pay close attention. As I guarantee you, the main outlets, the main rags, they're not going to cover this stuff. Let's see. Tiplar, she's supposed to be in jail for attempting to blow up the Capitol. Clinton pardoned her last hour in office. Who? I mean, if she's, I'm not sure exactly who you're talking about, but if she's left leaning, then yeah, they gave her a pass. They gave her a pass. You know why she gave her a pass. I mean, that's Myanmar. A caught for a laugh. Yes. That's what it looks like. Myanmar. A country of cats. All right. Cat. See, that's where the furries can go. All right. We can all just ship the furries to Myanmar. There you go. Congrats. Even though some might say it's based that the military is taking over because they have a problem with the elections and they are taking it to task. Some of the MAGA guys might be like, hey, that sounds kind of familiar. But they're also a pro-communist military, which is, okay, well, they can have their little takeover. They can have their coup. But you know what we're going to do? We're just go ahead and just parachute a bunch of furry guys over there. Fly like one of those giant planes. Paradrop all of them out of there. Yeah, there you go. And they'll love it. They'll be on board. If it's Myanmar, oh shit, yeah. Let's see. I mean, man, what else is really to say so far about? I mean, there's so much I really could have read into here about George Soros and the Open Society Foundation and this New America thing. But let me just leave it open it to you guys. What do you guys think about this? Are y'all concerned about this? Do y'all speculate that Open Society Foundation has indeed funded many protests around the world? I mean, we see that George Soros himself funded, DAs in various states to try to make them more woke and soft towards crime, which is why you're getting this, which is not making these shitholes any less shittier, right? I mean, you get these crazy scenarios where people could throw Molotov cocktails into police cars or firebomb a federal building and be let off, or people just, man, it's insane over there. It's like if these people do crime, you should prosecute them. Stop being soft on the ones that you like and going hard on the ones you don't like. It should be equal. Oh shit. Good to read it here too. At the same time, we'll talk about this. We cannot. Oh, the Weather Underground. That's a whole other topic in itself, isn't it? Weather Underground. It has nothing to do about the weather. Wait until you find out about Kissinger. What should I know about Kissinger? Henry Kissinger? They say he's a Republican, but that don't mean anything. Okay. A war criminal, huh? He runs the CCP? Hmm. Yeah, look into that. So, see, a conspiracy theorist is always a right wing lunatic. Mainstream media. That's right. China's funding Myanmar. Yeah. I like how you worded it that way. You spelled it that way. Maybe I pronounced it correctly there. Myanmar. Thank you. Uh, yeah. Yeah. China's gonna be. I think China's pretty chummy with the military there. So I mean, it's a situation where it's like, well, do I really want them? Do I want George Soros to have his way and have the democracy take over, or do I want China to have its way and, take over as well? Shit, I'd probably go with China on this one. I'd probably lean with China. Go ahead, China, go take it over. Just take it. You have it, and we'll just flood with some furries. There you go. That's our operation. And what they choose to do with the furries is up to them. So what is Kissinger running CCP? What? He runs the CCP? Hey, let's see. Getting Beijing, Henry Kissinger's secret 1971 trip. Okay, wait a second. All right, yeah, I'll do some reading into that. See what's going on there. But on surface level, looks like some dealings with China, dealings with China that I guess maybe helped them with a plan. I'm like I said, I have to read into it. Mm. John C. Fatsick says they shoot protesters. Hey, that's what they do. That's what they do in Myanmar. They shoot protesters. And honestly, looking how protesters operate here in America, I know we had the First Amendment and it's so beautiful. But I don't know. If a couple of them were shot, they'd probably back down. It would spike real fast. It would escalate quickly. But I mean, if the government wanted to show its force, show its might, put them in check, boom, it's done. Shit. Say what you will about a communist regime like China, more authoritarian, really strict. They're not going to let some bullshit protests go on. They're going to shut that shit down. I don't know. Where do you guys stand on that? Like, what should we do with all those protesters in Portland and Seattle and all that? Shit, the riots are going to be coming on very soon if they haven't already. Because of the George Floyd trial. Mm. Even millennials didn't learn about the Nobel laureate of Henry Kissinger. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the name briefly here and there. I think, yeah, but I haven't really done any reading on it. It's like, oh, okay, Henry Kissinger, Henry Kissinger. Okay. Of course, what I'm looking at here is from. I don't know if I could take this. It's a University of Southern California. That's where this article is from. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Hmm. What else is going on? What else do you guys want to talk about fast? Because I kind of exhausted the George Soros thing right here for the moment. But just to recap everything. Yeah. So in the beginning of the stream, we talked about the drag queen was exposed for being a pedophile, for having child porn, being arrested for that. No shit. Who didn't see that one coming? We were all right about that. You know, and I had some boomer takes myself. Make them every now and then. It's going to happen. Where I guess I'm not really a libertarian, but I do like you could do you. Like, I'm not going to be concerned about your personal life. Like, if you want to be drag, you can be drag. However, my personal opinion on that is not for me, not something that I agree with, I definitely, though, need to rethink my position on that because, well, I don't want the government to say, hey, you're drag. Maybe you shouldn't be around kids. But at the same time, got to protect the kids. And if people are going to be drag, then what else are they going to do? I mean, the people who are usually drag, I mean, shit, there's a good, I mean, what is the percentage of people that are drag, people that are trans that are A-okay with perping on kids? So it'd be like, if you're going to do that sort of thing, let's put you on a list so where you're not around kids. But understand what that's calling for. That's calling for a more authoritative government that's going to, based on your ideology, tell you where you're going to be, what you can be, or who you can associate with. Okay, well, you're going to have some trouble with that if it gets out of hand, depending on who's in power, right? But we could also do this without the government, with just old-fashioned public shaming of troubled thought, of problematic stuff. Old-fashioned shaming. Unfortunately, I don't see that coming. Once a society is open like that, I don't see it reverting back. Has that ever happened in history? A society reverts back and becomes more conservative? Where you get like the rise of a dictator. Maybe that means maybe you get someone who's a populist right. You'll get that, maybe. But then you get people that are shit. Get someone in populist right, you get some old fashioned traditional ideology there. Promote traditional values. But if you want to get that, you're not going to get that by playing the system, by just voting. You're going to have to fortify elections the same way the other side does. And you know what I mean by that. I like what Simon said. Simon said. I also don't care if someone is degenerate, but I have the same position as Putin. Don't promote the degeneracy to children. That's also the same position that China has. They'll say that China is pro LGBTQ. They're really not. They pretend to be for I guess virtue points or whatever. Like China needs it, but you're not allowed to promote it there. If you want to be gay, you be gay, but don't tell the kids about it. How about that? That's like indigestion there. I think from or heartburn, something. I don't know. Ah, shit, I haven't seen a doctor in like 20 years. Fuck. Actually, the last time I saw a doctor, I think was 12 years ago when I got bit on the leg by by a client. I'll tell that story some other time. When I talk about Devereaux, the psychiatric facility I used to work at, we're going to get into some Devereaux stories later. I don't even think I'm legally allowed to talk about that based on the, the employment papers I've filled out, the little contracts. Not supposed to talk about it. Not supposed to talk about it. Okay. You're not in disclosure agreement. All right. Well, we're going to talk about it soon. That's going to be fun. Stories from the fucking nut house. And how it was restraining those kids, put them in a seclusion room, and what happens, the insanity, all that. That should be fun. I look forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to see. Has someone tried to eat the dead man? Someone has. Someone has. I didn't pull my leg out from her fast enough. She got me. Good thing I was wearing denim. I'll just put it that way. If I wasn't, man. But she punctured through that denim. She did. Fucking messed up teeth. Oh, this video? Yeah, we can play this video. Let me download it. And I'll put it in just here. All right, so yeah, I'll wrap up the stream with this video. It's Vosh singing his favorite song. I'll put it on the screen. Oh, there we go. It's right there. Look at that. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and crank up the volume on this channel, and we'll get started. Here we go.
More cock, horse cock, shut the door and turn the lock. Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me saying nay, 'cause there is no cock like horse cock. Rub my dick inside a sock. Don't stop now, horse cock. Stretch out my insides and make me bray. My lovely horse cock, horse cock. Shoot the doop dap 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 horse cock, horse cock. Yeah dap 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 dap.
That's on point. That's right. That's accurate. That's accurate. John C. Violate patient's confidentiality. Nah, don't worry. I'm not that retarded. The clients, their names would not be mentioned. Not even the initials. Nothing. It'd be. I'll give them new names. It'll all be good. Everyone will be protected. They're just interesting stories. Anyway, that's it for the stream, guys. I will see you. I guess tomorrow. We'll see what happens during the day. But yeah, I'll take it easy, man. I'll take it easy.